Since the start of 2014, the situation has been going worse and worse. In today's Iraq, over 2 million displaced were forced to leave their homes, to leave all their possessions, and seek refuge in other governorates. During my last field trip to Duhok, to Khanke camp, where there was more than 13,000 families, I managed to discuss with some family members who told me, for example, how it was so difficult for them to reach this camp. Some have went up to Mount Sinjar, then had to travel for at least 72 hours to reach the camp in such a difficult situation and in need of everything, basically. That's what pushes the teams of the Red Cross and other humanitarian organizations to respond to those needs. So as the winter season started in Iraq and the rainy season as well, the displaced will be living harsher conditions. The ICRC teams in the field have started already major distributions for families affected by this winter season by distributing stoves, blankets, winter clothing, other humanitarian activities that are equally important that touch lives and dignities of many people affected by previous wars or ongoing violence. We continued our visits to places of detention. We also continued our support and training for physical rehabilitation centers across Iraq, but also other important projects such as the support to the Medical Legal Directorate, its training and capacity building, as well as our continuous engagement and serious commitment to continue working on the missing file, on the missing from the Iraq-Iran war, but also the Gulf War, but also looked, for example, at the needs of farmers affected by this violence, by the armed conflict, and distributed simple things, seeds, for example, to sustain their livelihood and benefit their own families, but also people who have been hosted by these farmers. So one of the main challenges that we face is basically being able to access all the places or scenes of continuous violence or conflict these days. Access has not been ideal for the teams of the Red Cross. We've managed to get quite close to those affected by this violence and conflict. The International Red Cross has also a role to remind all parties, all those carrying weapons and have a say or control over communities or civilian population, to respect basic principles of humanitarian law, to protect civilians and protect basically all those providing humanitarian assistance or providing health services, ambulances, but also health structures from the effects of this violence.